Wow, that's overwhelming. Respectful judges, honorable faculty members and guests, distinguished audience, fellow contestants, good afternoon. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and wondered, not, oh Lord, I'm beautiful, no, but instead, what it would be like to lead another life? Even if the difference is really small, I bet we all wondered what we would have done differently if we had the chance. Things like living in a different country, or knowing different people, or perhaps after a couple of years in university, not choosing medicine, for example. I had all of these thoughts, not just one of them. And today, I would like to take you on a tour through that different world and lead you back to today, this very moment. I'd like to start off by saying that I did not choose medicine as a path, and I'm not ashamed of admitting it. It was a path that has literally chosen me. A path that has, however, led me to the one that I never imagined wanting, but now would actually want nothing more. I would pursue nothing else. We always say that life works in mysterious, ironic ways, but we never really pause for a second to give that mystery and irony a second thought. Now let's start on that tour I told you about. It goes back 5 years in time, back to high school. That's a long time ago, when we were made to choose our major in university. It was the most important choice of our lives, very overwhelming. I, as I said, did not get the major that I wanted, and I immediately started war. I declared war at life. I became a rebel. I refused to let life apply its rule that it is what it is on me. I refused reality. I kept on fighting it for so long, and maybe a part of me till today is still fighting. However, the goal of fighting is completely different. You see, back then, I was the stubborn girl who was begging life to stop being against her. But today, I am begging life to be against me. I actually wanted to be more mysterious and ironic. I wanted to keep on giving me those obstacles because I realized that these obstacles are what keeps us going. These obstacles are the fuel that human beings need to be happy. And before I tell you how is it the fuel that we need, let's continue on that tour. Going back to year one, and I'm sure if we have year one students in the house, they will completely relate to this. Remember how we had to submit an English project that this speaking contest was a part of? Maybe back then in year one, I joined just because it was a project, but today, 5 years later, I am here because I want to be here, because I realized that I love talking. Yes, I'm a woman. It kind of comes in the catalog. However, I realized I love public speaking. And I am here not because I was made to be here. I am here because it's a personal choice. I realized it's a talent. It's a hobby. And I found out the first talent that I have by being a med student. That was number one. Number two, going to June 2012. 3 years ago, I was introduced to Youth City. It's an event going on in the summer organized by the General Organization of Youth and Sports. I was introduced because I was a med student. They needed help with their science department, and of course, medicine comes to mind when needing help with science. So I loved the idea and I joined them, and I met another group of students in the city who wanted to create a short movie, and they needed actors. So I thought to myself, why not apply for the role? Why not try acting? That's something different. And the movie turned out to be good, and surprisingly, I turned out to be good. I was actually not only good at acting, I loved it. I found out that I love acting, and ever since then, I never stopped it. My second talent / hobby was found out by being a med student. Now, 2 hints were hard to miss, but the third, it was a strike. The third one happened last year, and I'm glad Dr. Amr Ansari is here to hear this. Year 4, when we are introduced to CNS, neurology, that is the most beautiful form of science I have ever known in my life. Human body, all in all, is beautiful, but the brain is different. I fell in love with neurology, and right away I thought that if I go back in time to high school to choose a major, I would choose neurology. And if I have to go through medicine to reach to it, so be it. Actually, please be it. I am now more thankful for medicine than I have ever been, because if you connect the tiny dots in my storyline and my tour, you would realize that the different world that I want to live, the world of perhaps acting, public speaking, and neurology, it all leads back to this moment, medicine, me becoming a med student. As much as I love standing here and sharing my perception of things with you and my personal journey, I would like to now tell you why. Why did I share all of these situations with you? It's to let you know that you have it all. Even when you think you don't, you have all that you could handle at this point. Life is giving it all to you. Even when you think it isn't, it just means that you are on the way to it. You are on the way to achieving great things, and the best part is that you achieve it faster when you realize your talents, your hobbies, your gifts, because that is God's way of talking to you. That is God's message. He's giving you things you could be good at to realize your capabilities. Life gives you obstacles to test you, to find out what you're truly capable of. And when you use that, you achieve your goals. You become happy and satisfied. My final message is really simple, and I'm sure you all got it by now, but sometimes we just forget it and not think about it. God is on your side, and life might be against you. Even though, rest assured, life isn't against you. It just has its way of playing hard to get. It keeps on throwing these little obstacles in your way, but it is just the fuel that I talked about in the beginning of my speech. Because you see, it's in our nature as humans that we love what we can't have. We just want it so bad. So if life gives you what you want right away, you would get sick of it and not want it anymore. See, now here is the mystery. Life doesn't give you what you want so that you aim harder at it. And when you do, you eventually reach it. When it's time for it and when it's right for you. And how do you do that? By having faith in your talent. By holding on to that gift for as long as you can and as hard as you can. So when you thrive to be the best at what you are good at, this is when you eventually have the best of all worlds. The best is yet to come. Thank you.